What up? What up? What up? Welcome
What's up, Mr. Robert Brown?
What up, Mr. Nosar? The man, the myth, the legend, the man who started it all. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, dude. You're doing such a good job at this, man. I'm so happy that you're doing this, man, for us. It's been awesome, man.
Hey, man. Hey. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
Well,
and this is exciting. I love doing it. My wife likes to say I just like to run my mouth, so
that's all good, man.
Gift the gab, run my mouth. I'll take whichever one I can take.
Yeah, man. So some good content, man. Had a great interview I saw with both West Virginia and Southeast Texas. Dude, a lot of trash talking going on, man. I love how you pulled that out of Southeast Texas, man. You know, those guys in West Virginia are a little bit too humble, man.
Hey, West Virginia guys are very humble, yeah. But I appreciate it. But Mr. West Virginia anglers, you guys are gonna have to, work on your trash talk. Step it up, man, because we're gonna be doing this all season long.
Yeah. Well, one thing, I think you hit the nail on the head, man, is the aspect of camaraderie, but rivalry, man. It's all about rivals, man. Good sports have rivals, right? You had the Bulls, Pistons, Bears, Packers, Auburn, Alabama. I mean, that's what makes sport, right?
100%. In college football, you got rivalry weekend.
And so, oh yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing we want to do. I mean, I always say, me and you, Warhawks and the Privateers have a little healthy rivalry going on already. And this is what makes it great, man. A little trash talking, but at the end of the day, we'll sit around and have a little something and sit around the table and eat the meat at the king's table and have fun, man.
100%, man. You're my guy. You know what I'm saying? You're my guy. I love you and all, man. But like when we get on that water, I gotta let the world know that the jig master's taking down, Mr. Nelson.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you
not just the jig master. We got the whisperer. We got a lot of them.
I'll give you a secret right now, man. Potomac River, fire right now, dude. On fire. So
on fire. And that's right. Fire. That's right up the street. Maybe I need to come. Maybe I need to take a road trip. Oh, did we lose Greg? He's on the water, so he might not have the greatest of service. Did we lose you?
In about 15 minutes. Yeah. No, I'm here.
Okay, we got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
In about 15 minutes, I caught 6 fish. One was over 20. So
6 fish in 15 minutes?
Oh, fire.
That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good, sir.
Yeah.
Let's catch up on the comments we got here. We got Mr. Mooney watching.
Landed a 20.
We got John Mooney says he's chilling right now. Mark Mackhammer, did I say that right? Mark Mackhammer, he's like, here we go. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? How you doing?
Yep.
What's up, Mr. Levere? Steve O'Brien says sounds fishy.
Can I say this? Lisa's trash talk game is like, she should be valedictorian of trash talk. She's queen of
100% agree,
talking, dude.
100% agree. I love it though.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep coming with it, Lisa.
Me too. Heck yeah.
Keep coming with it, Lisa. But, put them all on display.
Notice exactly. So we want to get on here tonight, and I think you had a good idea. Talk about KFL tonight. Answer some questions. Let's get some questions going here, man, and do some Q&A. KFL is right around the corner. People still don't understand KFL, and we're here to explain it, man. We're here to talk about it, and no question off the table. But I'm gonna let Robert Brown kind of host this, man. Kind of talk about it, and we'll kind of do our thing,
Absolutely. So there was no true scheduled agenda for tonight. I wanted to come on, and I wanted all the listeners, all the KFL fans, everyone who doesn't know exactly what KFL is, whatever the case may be, whatever questions you have, whatever concerns you have, tonight's the night. Ask anything you want to ask. There's no hold bars. We want to answer questions. We want to do a schedule update because the schedule has changed a little bit. And this is just general. We want to talk about the greatness that is about to take place in this first inaugural season of the Kayak Fishing League. Listen, people, we're going to be traveling around pretty much the East Coast and Midwest, fishing against teams of other anglers. Listen to that. Everything that's the best part about competitive fishing in America, we're about to do that.
I just saw a comment. Matt Lindsman says, "Why do you suck so bad at fishing?" I don't know. I would say he's probably talking to me. But Matt, I will tell you this. I might suck at fishing, but you see this? My kayak ain't flip, brother. I can keep my kayak upright.
Oh, that's a got him. Straight to the face. That's a got him.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but before we get too much into it, I want everybody who's watching, I want you guys to like and share this feed. Let's get as many people watching so that we can get as many questions and answer as many questions so that there's nothing left out there for people to wonder about KFL and how we do things.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. So, Robert, let's go ahead and explain what KFL is to some folks that are kind of not understanding what it is. Let's talk about it.
All right. So, Kayak Fishing League, right? This is my guy, Mr. Greg Nosar's, let's just say second child, because his first child was KBBT. And then, the second child came along and was like, hey, KBBT is wildly successful. He took a time where things were down and out for the kayak fishing world, and he created something to keep the buzz going for kayak fishing and to just increase the popularity and the reach of it. So that was KBBT. And then I don't know how he did it. Maybe he was in the shower and he was singing, some Chanel West Coast song. I don't know. And KFL popped up into his head. He was like, you know what? Let's do this thing where we make a team when we travel. So KFL is a team of 6 starters, right? On a team. You have 6 players, 6 individual anglers. And then you have 2 alternate anglers. So you have 6 who can play in any match, right? Any tournament. We'll use that word. And then you have 2 alternates who can sub in at least 2 times in the season to fill in for whatever the case may be. You got a lot of military fishing KFL. You got a lot of first responders, firefighters, nurses, EMT workers, those type of people fishing this. And sometimes they can't get out there to fish. So you have 2 alternates who can fill in. And these are teams all the way up and down the East Coast, from Florida all the way up to Maine, and as far west as Texas. Texas is as far west as we go, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the inaugural season. Excuse me. So you have teams of 6 to 8 players, as far south as Florida, as far north as Maine. And these teams will travel to face other teams. There are 2 conferences. There's a North and a South conference. And in your conference, every team will fish 6 games total, right? And it's going to be decided based off your record for those 6 games in which you're traveling the U.S., the East Coast to the Midwest, to fish against 4 anglers. 4 anglers will start in each match. You're going to fish against 4 anglers, so it's going to be 4v4, best 10 fish. So for the team, the best 10 fish caught, biggest 10 fish caught. And now say you have a Russ Snyders or a Jody Queen on your team, and he catches 10 fish that are all 20 inches. Well, all 10 of his fish count. So there's no minimum. Not every player has to catch a fish. Mm-hmm. Nothing like that. So if one player is just on fire and he catches 10 gigantic fish, that's your team's total.
Right. Right. But keep in mind too, man, listen, you want to carry your weight. You don't want to be that guy that skunks on your team. Because quite frankly, look, man, if you got a guy on fish, and the key is communication, from your team. But dude, if you're that guy that skunks, right, chances are you're not going to be fishing anytime soon, man. The thing is, you want to fish. You know what I mean? And be good. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Hey, Greg, Stephen O'Brien, his question is, wait, what type of footwear is Greg using for spinning class tonight?
great question, Steve. Man, that's awesome. I am wearing the luxurious, expensive Crocs. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going with the brown Crocs, man. It's man, comfortable, waterproof, and man, it's the way you got to go, man.
Dude, I'm with you. They're all around dope. I love Crocs. For fishing, Crocs are the ultimate shoe to wear for fishing, in my opinion.
Yep.
100%. And that's coming from this guy.
Yeah.
I rock with Crocs.
Yes. Although, my friend, I don't think you get the Croc tan like I do, bro. Like, this is pretty ugly.
Oh, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you have that problem.
I do get that Croc tan on my feet. I do. I haven't worn them out there all summer for that simple reason, because I didn't want my feet to be polka dotted.
Oh, my God.
Here's a great question from Mr. John Mooney. Does the substitute, or I'm guessing by substitute he means alternate, does it reset for playoff and championship?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. Does
the substitute reset for the playoffs and the championship, meaning the alternate, so you can only have two?
No. So the way your roster works is you have 6 guys that you go to battle with, and the alternates are only there for, when I say the season, it goes from regular season through the playoffs. So your alternates can be used no more than 2 times out of the season. So really, I mean, guys, if you're getting to your alternates, that means your starting 6 is not that solid in terms of being able to fish through the week or through the season. So, I mean, we understand things happen. We understand there's going to be situations that guys are either doing live events or there's something else going on that you're not going to be able to fish. That's why we gave you the alternates. So an alternate move is taking somebody off the 6-man roster and replacing them with that alternate. And if you take them on and off, that's one move. So if that person is moved on and off, then that's one move. So again, I think that's very flexible. The thing is, guys, when you're putting your roster together, you want anglers that are committed to the season. You shouldn't really have to go into your alternate list, but if you do, it's there. It's kind of like your minor leagues, you know what I mean, for the season.
Yes, sir. That's
it.
So you heard it here. You got the explanation from the top of the top. So but I will tell you this. This man right here is flexible. So if
yes,
emergencies occur, something happens that's unforeseen, contact him, explain it, and I guarantee you he'll work with you. I'm not saying you're going to get the outcome that you want, but
like military, family emergencies, things of that nature, some things that are out of your control. We know that's something that's unforeseen. We're not going to count that as an alternate move. So, it just happens. You know what I mean? But if it's just a standard reason, like, we have a wedding or something like that going on, or we forgot this or forgot that, guys, I mean, that's an alternate move. And good luck. I mean, that's what it is.
Absolutely. Hey, so Mr. Where is it? Where is he at? Oh, I lost it. That's on me. That's bad. I'll say, so Mr. Justin Staley put out a good point. Comment where you're listening from, the state that you're listening from, or the state that you're listening from. Comment where you are and where you're listening from, so we can show the outreach that KFL is reaching.
I'm trying to remember all these guys, man. I think Justin.
He already said he's from. That's Jason. Jason Starley, Middle Georgia. He commented where he's from.
Gosh, he's either Arkansas or he's Pennsylvania or one of those guys. I can't remember.
Justin Staley, you're gonna put that comment out there to comment where you're listening from. You didn't put where you're listening from, so sir, I need you to update that.
Hey, okay, listen. I represent the North. You represent the South. Man, I'm gonna tell you something straight up, man. I'm gonna have to tell you. I don't know who's gonna come out of the North. I have no clue. Hopefully it's us. But if the North, obviously, whoever the North champion is, whoever the South champion is, boy, I tell you what, man, it's hard to beat these guys from the North, man. I think the winner of the first KFL champion is coming out of the North, man. I'm looking. The reason why I say that is this: I'm looking at the guys from Pennsylvania. You have Ryan Metalivich, you have Nick Alley, you have Mick Wood, that I think people were sleeping against, or sleeping. Basically they're sleepers. Did you see what they're doing with the KFL? I mean, the KBF. The kind of finishes that they're doing right now is unreal. And then you have guys like Jack Tibbins, Ryan Nye. Guys like, of course, Derek Brundle and Matthew Conan, all these guys, from the Massachusetts area that are just making noise in these live events right now, man. They're fishing so good. And Robert, you know this. Momentum is key, dude. Confidence and momentum fishing is key. And these guys are on fire right now, dude. I don't know. It's going to be a bloodbath because, that whole, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Bay State, Pennsylvania, whoever comes out of that whole, rigmarole, is if anybody goes undefeated in that conference and that schedule, man, I'll tell you what, they're going to be very difficult to beat. Very difficult to beat. And then we have Indianapolis and Detroit, guys like Eric Polenz out of Detroit, Jeremy Baker out of Detroit, and then you've got the guys out of Indianapolis, Sam Jones, Alan Reed, and Mike Elsey. Those guys are coming out of there, man, dude. And, we've got Eric Siddiqui and Bobby Bourne and, guys like that. A guy here that's known pretty well here, but he's fishing so well is Michael Hogan. I think he leads our club of 88 anglers here in points.
I've definitely heard of Mike. Heard of Mike.
Yeah, and so, I mean, this is a star-studded, league. And, dude, it's all about momentum, man. It's like, it's like basketball, dude. Whoever the hot hand is, you gotta start them, dude. No matter what kind of body of water is. I think the hardest thing to do is going to be for coaches to sit and play players, man. And I tell you what, that could be a very crucial decision, dude.
So, not to criticize anything any team come up with or speak on anything other than that. And that was a little bit what I hinted to when I spoke with West Virginia, as well as when I spoke with Southeast Texas. Is I feel like a huge part of it is going to be that hot angler, the angler that's on fire right now.
Yep.
And it's exactly like you said, when you're playing basketball, I was a multi-sport guy in high school and middle school coming up. In any of the sports, when you have a hot hand, you have a guy who's hot, who's on fire, you feed him, right? You see it in football. They do this right here. That means feed me.
Yep.
Put that guy in.
That's right.
Put him in, or gal, guy or gal, put them in, let the big dogs eat and put them in. But I feel like it's not just West Virginia who's done it. A lot of teams have already predetermined who's going to play for this match at this waterway already.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, that's on you. You're the coach, you're the owner, you decide how you're going to go about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that will change once and if they're in contention. Like it's all great now when you can structure your schedule and your starters. But when you're in contention and this means you make it to the playoffs or not, your plans go out the window. You know what I mean? You have to go with your hot hand guys. You know what I'm saying? I think you have to.
Absolutely. So let's answer this question. Jim Levere or James Levere. I don't know. I can't remember if he goes by Jim or James. I can't remember. But I think he goes by Jim. He asks, can the alternate sub in for 2 games and then out and then back in for a game? Greg answered that earlier. Basically, the alternates can sub in for 2 games from the beginning of the season all the way through the championship.
Correct.
And if there's unforeseen circumstances, you have to contact Greg Nosar, and y'all have to have a conversation about whatever the unforeseen circumstances are. Correct. And maybe that alternate has to come in for the rest of the season.
Right. Correct.
Would you say that's correct, sir?
Yeah, that's 100% correct.
All right, I'm going to go down the line and look at whatever questions we have, and we'll get back with our conversation. Jason Starley wants to know, what does it mean to skunk?
Unfortunately, I know exactly what it means to skunk. It's not fun. It's not fun. But I don't know what it means to skunk on his lake, considering I beat his PB on his lake in front of his face.
Hey, yo, I rocks with that. He caught a 24-inch bass on live in front of your face, Mr. Starley. Mr. Starley, you know I'm a fan of yours. I rock with you, but
yeah,
he's got the PB on your lake.
Yeah, that's like, that's snatching your soul from you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to your house and catching a PB, possibly the kayak fishing record on his lake. I mean, that's gotta be soul. I mean, that would tear my soul out.
So, Greg, I want you to know that we have the places tuning in for us tonight. We have Georgia. We have VA. We have Massachusetts. We have... there's a lot here. I'm trying to find them all. We have Pennsylvania. We have Florida. We got Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Birmingham, Alabama.
That's what I'm saying. That's awesome, dude. I mean,
West Virginia. It's everywhere tuning in right now.
Yeah, that's sweet, dude. That's sweet. Going back, I think somebody had a question about the lake, or is it predetermined, based on, is it going to be, the championship lake predetermined? It's not predetermined. Basically, we have to wait and see kind of around the time, and there's plenty of time, around who is going to be in the playoffs, and then who we can kind of predict or, have an idea of where they're going to be coming from. And it will be a lake in the middle. And I promise you this, it will be a lake where there's bass. You know what I'm saying? There will be a lake with bass. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, we have basically what we do is we take like 4 or 5 lakes that we know are already predetermined in terms of, would be a great place. But it doesn't make sense if I've got, let's say, Indianapolis wins, right? And then Texas wins, and we choose a lake in Georgia. That makes no sense. You know what I mean? But if we got Indianapolis versus Texas, we can choose a lake in between there. You know what I mean? Or if we got Massachusetts,
bring them to VA. Bring them to VA.
Or if I got Massachusetts versus Norfolk, you know what I mean? Then we're going to choose somewhere like maybe the Susquehanna River. You know what I mean? From that area. So,
got you. Absolutely, that makes total sense. So you heard it here first. So Steve O'Brien has a great question for you, sir. So we have 2 alternate moves limits per team. Now, is that 1 alternate or 2 alternate moves per alternate, or is that 2 alternate moves total? So you have two alternates. So can you make a move for each alternate twice, or just 2 moves total? 2 moves total.
Yeah, it's 2 moves total. Hey, again, look, I mean, I would consider more, but it's only 6 games, guys. It's a 6-game season plus playoffs, right? Again, the thing is to get anglers involved in this league that can fish, when they committed to the league. So it's no different from like a bowling league or a baseball league or anything like that, man. Like a basketball league, you're having to set your lineup and set your players, and it's also preventing guys from milking other guys from other areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You know what I mean? Milking a local or something like that. That's not what this is about. You know what I mean? We want to know who's fishing against who. We asked you to name your alternates up front, and so the rosters are set and there's no surprises. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it's only fair.
I don't think I've put this out yet, but everyone should know that once I can't recall if he gave a certain day before the season starts, but I can tell you without a doubt, once the season starts, there are no roster moves, period. So your alternates need to be set, your starters need to be set. All that's done. Once the season starts, there will be no moves.
Well, it's June 1st. June 1st is that deadline.
There you go. June 1st is that deadline for no roster moves.
Correct.
And I'm doing my best to keep up with all the questions that I'm seeing. So here's the next question for you, Greg. Well, actually, so John Mooney says, so for the North versus South Championship, is there a predetermined lake to fish on like KBBT?
Yeah, I've
already in the middle.
I've already answered.
He just answered it. He just answered that question, Mr. Mooney. I just wanted to voice the question for everyone who's listening.
Yep.
If it's like he said earlier, if it's Texas versus Michigan, we're gonna find somewhere in the middle for the championship,
Correct.
wherever the case may be.
Correct.
We're going to try to make it so that no one team has the advantage. I mean, we're not going to go on your Tourney X profile and your Fishing Chaos profile and figure out every lake that every member of your team has fished and try to figure out a lake that you haven't fished.
Right.
We're going to look at the state you're from, and we're going to do our best to figure out a lake in the middle to put you on that will have fish. That's not like Real Foot Lake. Real Foot Lake, I am just to talk about the KBBT Championship. I will say this: I am very happy he chose a lake that is not known for giants, not known for a number of fish. It was going to put your angling skills to the test. And if you won that thing, I don't care if you came out of it catching one bass with 12 inches on the championship day, whatever the case may be. If you won it, you were tested. And while I'm going on this, and I'm going to let Greg talk about this after I'm done talking, there was a lot of flack given about the KBBT or online anglers being exposed. Excuse me, in the KBBT Championship. But what's funny about that is leading up to the championship, all you heard from everybody from the Tennessee area is how terrible of a fishery Real Foot Lake was. And I really wanted to make it. I'm going to tell you right now, looking at you in your eyes, I really wanted to make it because I wanted to prove to the world, to everyone, hey, that Robert Brown knows how to catch them. But, I lost. I'll take that.
Right.
It was a lake that was not known for bass fishing. This lake is known for catching panfish and catfish or whatever the case may be, not known for bass fishing. And these guys went out and they caught bass on it after everyone from the state said,
well,
this is the worst bass fishing lake.
Some guys did. I mean, it was, I mean, there's bass in the lake. The lake just did not give up the bass. It was tough, man. It was a tough lake. It's something that we already have the lake picked out for next year. We already have everything ready to go, to be honest with you. I assure you this, that will never happen again. And I'm not going to give away the secrets, but let me say this. If you are fishing the KBBT National Championship next year and you make it to the Elite 8, I know this is not a KBBT podcast, but let me say this. If you make it to the Elite 8, you will be absolutely blown away about how, where, and why, and all that stuff that you're going to how you're going to be treated. It's already in the books, guys. It's ready to go. You're going to be treated like royalty.
I'm going to tell you that
it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick.
I've just been brought into the loop on everything that's going down. And KBBT was the first child and KFL is the second child. And if this is an indication of how things are going to go for KFL, oh yeah. The second year of KBBT Championship is going to be ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy ridiculous. It's something that no trail, and when I say no trail, I'm speaking of Hobie, I'm speaking of Bass, I'm speaking of KBF. Oh my God, Mr. Greg Nosar just caught a fish for you guys live. And he killed his phone. But the things that are in place already for the KBBT Championship, actually Elite 8 on for next season, are something that no trail has done yet. And it's bigger and better. I'm not a KBBT fanboy. I'm not a KFL fanboy. I'm not a KBF or a Hobie or a Bass fanboy. I honestly believe every trail has its place and every trail serves a purpose. And I fished them all, except I haven't fished BASS yet.
Sorry, dude.
But I can tell you. No, you're good. You're good. Hey, here's proof. Greg catches fish. You see it right here, live. KFL tonight. Hashtag KFL. Oh, and I think Greg.
Yeah, on the Potomac River, Greg catches fish. Yeah. So, anyway.
What is that, about a 15, 16 incher?
Yeah, it's about 15. Completely different spot.
Oh, Matthew Conant says I'm a DB fanboy. Am I a Dave and Buster's fanboy, Mr. Conant? Is that what it is? I'm a Dave and Buster's fanboy. I'll tell you what, Dave and Buster's puts out some of the greatest memes. He really does. And I can appreciate that. I can.
Oh my God, him
that.
between. If you better be following what's going on right now with him and Jason Gardner, man. Unbelievable, like trash talking 101, man. Unbelievable.
Blake Knight says you're the king of practice, Mr. Nosar.
I know I am. I know.
Hey,
I'm
Steve,
definitely
I agree with you, man. This team format is so awesome. And what people are not mentioning is the benefit from the team format. Like every angler, I don't care who you are, every angler has their strengths and their weaknesses. You put a team together and you got a group of 6 to 8 anglers who are breaking down water, who are discussing things, who are talking about how we do our practice, how we do our map study. You're going to get better. You're going to learn. You're on a team with 6 to 8 anglers who I would assume you respect, and those 6 to 8 anglers are pretty good anglers in your area, or just in general, you think they're pretty good anglers. So you're going to learn from them.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's obviously fishing is an individual sport, or supposed to be an individual sport. Let me say that. But when you put the team aspect to it, it makes it special, man. I mean, again, you just go back to where, you played baseball or basketball or whatever, soccer, and you traveled around and got to, play as a team, man. Fishing as a team, Robert, this, man. We had a preseason game, dude. There's a different feeling when you get on that ramp, dude, and you're fishing for the team. You're fishing for the team and not yourself. It's special, dude. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. I'm going to put this out here because Mr. Starley wants to put everybody on notice with this comment. Most of the top anglers in the major kayak live events are fishing as teams anyway. Take
That's
that how
right.
you want to. I'm not going to. I'm not going to go into more detail on that. But Mr. Starley, you're absolutely correct.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, but that's that. But you know what? To be fair, that's at the top level too with bass guys too. Like, bass boat guys, the elite guys, they're doing the same thing, dude. I mean, if you don't have a squad, and you're fishing alone, very rarely do you survive.
So, Mr. The real people's champ, he had a comment here, and I was looking at it, and people who ever watching live probably saw me tilt my head to the side because I was trying to understand what the hell he was talking about. But then I looked at Greg's camera and I understood. Mr. Allen was like, he loves the penis point of view. You see,
well, I've been trying to tell you guys to suck my balls for a long time.
Hey, this just went to KFL Live late night. All right. Late night discussions here.
All those comments, man, you could absolutely suck my nuts.
Absolutely. Hey.
Oh God!
If you're not sitting here with one of these, you're messing up.
I didn't bring my camera mount, man. I'm sorry. I was not expecting this to happen tonight.
Oh no, that's why I put it out when we first started, man. This was all impromptu. This was not planned. I wanted to get everybody's organic questions, organic responses, and I wanted. Did Greg just catch another fish? Greg just caught 2 fish in less than 10 minutes on live. I understand this because he did this to my team in our preseason match.
There's a little bit better one here.
From Cliff to Allen, hashtag GoFundMe, Greg.
I hear you, dude.
Just to repeat, hey, everybody, like and share this feed, man. Let's get everybody on board because there's a lot of people out there who are curious about KFL, don't know about KFL, have questions about KFL, and I'm trying to get every question that everyone has. I want to hear everything, whatever question, no matter how stupid or how not stupid it may be, whatever the case may be. I want every question about KFL, and we want to answer.
There we go. A little bit better one.
That is look at the lateral line on that one. I mean, those colors are pretty beautiful, man.
Beautiful color, dude.
That fish looks super healthy.
Yeah.
Are they finally spawning there?
Oh, they're spawned out. Yeah.
Oh, they're spawned out? Okay.
Yeah, they're spawned out. I mean, dude, it's like they're in where they're supposed to be. So I've seen enough, guys. I've seen enough, dude. I put a hurting on them tonight, guys.
Who are you facing for the again, not KFL, but we're going to talk about KBBT. I think it's a call out weekend where you called out somebody you wanted to go up against.
The guy who put me out of the national championship, man, before I even had a chance to blink.
Hey, Jason, won't you know that was a very beautiful little bass? Emphasis on little.
Hey, it's fine, man. It's a bass, dude. It's a bass. Oh,
okay, so I don't remember how far we got, but 6 regular season games in the KFL season.
Correct.
Best records from the North and the South will make it to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, so the maximum we want teams, for the most part, the maximum we want teams to have to travel for the regular season is 6 hours from wherever their home.
We tried, yes.
Home area is.
We tried.
For the most part, we only tried to have teams travel to a maximum of 6 hours. Didn't work out for every team, but for the most part, I think we accomplished that as a league. So, but once you get to the playoffs, all bets off. You might have to travel from Massachusetts to Florida. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be like NFL, MLB, NBA. The better record or whatever the tiebreaker may be, if you have the same record, that's going to determine who's home field, and you might have to travel to their lake.
Yeah, and here's another thing too, guys. The financial aspect of it. I want to talk about the financial aspect of it, like, making money and all that stuff out of it. Okay, so the deal is this: each team is a franchise, right? It's the same franchise model that you see on any other professional, sport. So the franchise itself is its own business, and to have the business, you have to be able to compete into the league. And then we started the league. We gave you the foundation, and it's up to the team to utilize this opportunity to make money from sponsors and so on and so forth, or raise money and all that stuff. So actually, a lot of teams did a really, really good job at this. Most teams are fully funded by sponsors. Their entry fees, I think, were $1,200 for the year for the team.
They were
to completely be taken care of by sponsors, and anything above and beyond that is money from other sponsors or associate sponsors or whatever is given to the anglers for gas or whatever you guys want to use them for, right? And obviously all the money is going to go to a pot, and there's going to be a percentage payout. I'll tell you, the champion's going to get majority of the money, but the final 4 will get paid, from the league. And then anything that the league makes, it's a profit sharing deal. Everything that the league makes is going to go funneling back to the teams. And so as the league gets sponsors, but the league can't get sponsors until we have a league and we have this, basically dynamic platform that we can utilize and show other sponsors that this is what we're doing. And slowly but surely, we're starting to get a little bit of notoriety and recognition of what it is. And then, again, we just distribute that down to the league or to the teams. The goal, obviously, on first year, it's a business, is to break even. You know what I mean? Break even for the teams and just have a good time and fun. Are you going to make a fortune doing this? Not right now, no. It's fishing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fishing. But eventually, this is a way. It's a different way to really engage in this sport, and be able to turn this into another level. And again, guys, I've already actually here's a nugget.
We're good.
Here's
you need to give him the nugget. It's okay. We'll need it. I know what nugget you're talking about.
I've actually talked to a network already, a major TV network, about this, and pitched it to them, and they're very interested. So the goal is to be able to show something like this on a major sports network and have major sponsors and be able to, take it to the next level. But we got to prove ourselves. We have to prove it. And that's
Greg. Let me pause you for 1 second. I want to say two things. First thing I want to say is that Mr. Starley and Mr. Knight, I will get to your comments because I like both of them, and I'm going to put both those questions out. But I want to say this just from my perspective, and this has nothing to do with. I mean, actually, it has everything to do with KFL, but it has nothing to do with me being, whatever the case may be. This is what I'm put out. If you're coming into this and as a KFL team right now, in my opinion, your goal for this inaugural season should be to break even.
Right.
The goal for this season is to increase the hype, bring in the allure, bring in the sponsors. I don't even care about sponsors, actually. Bring in the audience. Bring the audience in. Let's make this thing awesome. It's going to take the anglers, every last one of you, boys and girls out there catching fish, catching the brown ones and the green ones. It's going to take every last one of y'all to make this successful. So it's up to us. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yep. You win, you're going to make some money. You lose, you're not going to make money. But you know what's crazy about that? In KBF, in Hobie, and Bass, if you lose, you don't make no money. If you win, you make money. Do it. So
that's right. That's it. And again, I mean, you know, people are starting to understand this concept, and trust me, the word is getting out. You know what I mean? And you know, it's been exciting, man. I just said, now we just got to showcase what this is about. Again, it's about content creation, guys. This is about 50% fishing, 50% content, right? We want to be able to teach, to showcase y'all, to develop fans, to develop, you know, help kids out, you know, sell merchandise, whatever you can do to get it out. Again, I mean, this is a league, guys. I mean, it's nationwide. It's come together nicely, I think. I mean, my gosh, I mean, you know, and the owners and the captains of each team have been unbelievable. The players are super excited about this, and man, you know, at the end of the day, it's competition, and man, I can't wait to get on the water, and start beating some.
It's starting to get live. It's starting to get heated, bro. It's starting to get there.
Oh yeah,
the water is starting to boil.
Well, we got some preseason games already going on this weekend. I mean, these guys can't stand each other. You know what I'm saying? Out of Texas.
Yeah. So from KFL tonight, last night, which was the Southeast Texas Rough Riders, if you watch, you understood there were some call-outs there. And I tell you what, there was call-outs to two different KFL teams, and both of them accepted, and both of them have already scheduled it to go down. Crazy.
Yep.
Right? This is going to be fun.
This
is going to be awesome. This is going to be exciting. We're going to make this happen.
Yep.
And if I can, I would love to be on that broadcast team for that preseason matchup.
That's right. It'd be awesome. And then also, you know, from the player standpoint, look, we're going to keep stats. We plan on, I would love to do fantasy. I think there was a comment about fantasy. I would love
I was going to get into all that. So you read it already. You saw it.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to do it. The problem is how to app it, right? I'm working with John from Fishing Chaos about this very thing. Is basically taking the stats API into an app or something like we can, you know, get in and create points and systems of, you know, how that's all going to work.
Here's a question for you. Have you noticed they've already started doing fantasy fishing for us, for kayaks?
Yes.
They've already started. I had no clue. I'm on the list for fantasy fishing, guys. I'm on the list for fantasy fishing.
It's called Fantasizer, and I'm looking at that. I'm actually going to call Drew Gregory about that.
I think it's pretty much based off how much money you made for the year, though.
And that's the thing. That's going to be hard for us because it's not a money based. It's really stat based. And so you have to award points of, you know, so many fish or whatever. And so we just got to figure that all out. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. This year would be amazing. We can pull that together. I just don't know how that's going to come together this quickly. You know what I mean?
So there's a couple questions, Greg, about an all-stars team from the north, from the south. I'll be honest. I'm not Greg. I'm not the one who makes the decisions, but I would think that would probably be a stretch for the first season.
Yeah. That's going to be tough. Now we will have awards, you know, for the north and south. And you know, and by the way, there is going to be like an MVP or, you know, player of the game. There will be an MVP for the season, and we're trying to get sponsors for the MVP awards and stuff like that. Having an all-star game would be absolutely awesome. Again, this is the first year. These are great suggestions, but maybe next year that would be a wonderful thing to do. It'd be awesome.
So this is what I'm saying. This is not scripted. I'm going to tell you this, guys. Everybody who's fishing in KFL, everybody who's an owner, everybody who's a player, make this thing awesome. Make this thing what it can be or what it has the potential to be. And I guarantee you next year we will have all these great things. We'll have an all-star game. We'll have all-star players. We'll have first team, second team, whatever the case may be. We'll figure it out, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to take this thing to heights that kayak fishing's never been, and it's going to be up to us. So let's make it happen.
Not just kayak fishing, dude. Fishing, like professional bass fishing's not doing this. You know what I mean? They're not. The problem with professional bass fishing, I think, on boats, there's so much hatred between the two organizations that lead it that they'll never come together and be able to do something like this. You know what I mean? Even the anglers that fish each division, I mean, they've lost friends, you know, that they loved and fished with in an elite series. And they went over to the BFLs, and they can't stand each other now because they're in two competing organizations. Guys, that's not what we're all about here. It's just so stupid, man. I hope to God that we don't even get to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, so let me put out some quick facts real quick. And what I mean by facts is, like I said earlier, the season has changed a little bit. So I'm just going to put out the first week's games for everyone. And we're talking about week 1, which is June 12th. And the 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. games will be Lone Star Bandits at Arkansas Hogs, Rhode Island Rebels at Massachusetts Maulers, Motor City Ambassadors at the Washington Warhawks.
We're going to smack that tail.
Indianapolis Knights at the Appalachian Anglers, Florida Copperheads at the Alabama Hammers, Carolina Casters at Tar Heel Lunkers. There's a possible rivalry game, both North Carolina teams.
No doubt.
Louisiana Hurricanes at the Southeast Texas Rough Riders. And this is what I'll tell you, tune into that because this weekend is going to be their preseason match in which Southeast Texas Rough Riders extended that invite yesterday and Louisiana promptly accepted.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
We're going to have to broadcast that, dude.
We have to.
Yes. Agreed.
And then the 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. game will be Bay State Attack at Pennsylvania Bronzebacks.
That's going to be a great
Bronzebacks.
That's going to be a great game.
That's going to be, I think it's definitely going to be a smallmouth battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the Susky.
And the Norfolk Privateers have a bye week that week. So that's your week 1 games. And when I tell you that is literally like 16 days away.
Nobody wants to start 0-1. Nobody
wants to start 0-1 because you know what? 0-1 makes it that much harder for you to get to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I guarantee you there'll be multiple teams who are probably undefeated, and then there'll be multiple teams who are 5-1.
Yep. No doubt. And you know what? I mean, again, the talent on these teams, they're going to be beating each other up. If you start even 0-2, do you have a chance? Yeah. But I mean, tiebreakers and all that stuff have to fall in your place, man. So it's really, really important you get off to a good start.
Hey, Mr. Dontrell Sullivan, who I think is on the Carolina Casters. He said official rivalry, LOL, but nothing but love and respect for the Carolina Casters. Oh, well, I guess he's not Carolina Casters.
No, he's Tar Heel Lunkers.
He's a Tar Heel Lunker then.
And this dude knows how to fish. He came over to Potomac River and did some damage up here.
Did you watch his video? I watched his video on the Potomac River. He did everything with the spinnerbait. I saw it. It was nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a good dude too, man. I mean, real good dude. Class act.
I haven't met him in person yet, but I look forward to it. Actually, I look forward to meeting everybody from every KFL team. And I feel like that's a great part of this is that if you're able to make it to the area prior to your game, it's going to be nothing but hospitality, I feel, from every team who's hosting another team. Because when you come to Norfolk, hey man, you might get to come to my house and taste some of this famous smoked meat that I do on that smoker out on my back patio.
Cannot wait for that, bro. Cannot wait for that. Hey man, I'm gonna put up my kayak. I'll let you take it from here, brother. You're doing a good job, man. Go for it.
All right, man. You get home safe, man. It's looking like it's getting pretty dark out there.
Yeah, I'm at the ramp now. So, all right, brother.
All right, brother.
We'll see, man.
All right. Well, that was Mr. Nosar, who's the president, CEO, COO, whatever acronym you can come up with. He owns this shit. All right. He pretty much makes most of the decisions. That was him. So, put in a good word for me. Maybe, I can get to put in some good tidbits and say, hey, we should do this instead of this. But anyway, let's catch up on what we got on the comments here. Lance McWhorter, what's up, man? How you doing? Jason Starley said we need to make one big Facebook post listing the team rosters and complete schedule. Actually, you know what, man? You're absolutely right. We will probably do that. We will probably definitely do that. Make a one big Facebook post and put the rosters as well as the schedule, the updated schedule, which I think is across. I mean, don't quote me. I think it's the final schedule. But one big thing that I love about this is that he's been super flexible because we're all kayak anglers. We all have different lives. We all have different things that we are focused upon. And he's been pretty flexible about trying to make the schedule work for everyone who's trying to fish these big events or their trail events, whatever the case may be. He's been very flexible with that. But what I can tell you is that if this season goes like it should go and everybody jumps on board for season number 2, I mean, other trails might be, flexing their schedules for us, for KFL. That's what it should be. This thing is super fun. I mean, I'm a Norfolk privateer through and through, baby. I'll show you the jerseys when I bring my team on, but we got the Florida Copperheads coming to Norfolk to face off against us. So we got the one and only Mr. Conrad Benetti and all those Florida Hammers coming up here, and you get to face the Jig Master, the Whisperer, the other guy, the Tactician, the Wild Card. Hey, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna go down. I'm probably gonna do like some pulled pork, maybe some ribs. I don't know. I'm gonna do something for the night before, and I'm gonna get everybody drunk on the Copperheads team, and they're not gonna be able to catch any fish on come fishing time because they're all gonna be messed up. We're all gonna be drinking water. They're gonna be drinking Everclear. They're gonna be drinking water. They're gonna be drinking Everclear. We're gonna be drinking water. Take it how you want to take it. But anyway, man, it's coming to the head, man. We're about ready to start this thing. If you're not on a team and you're not excited yet, something's wrong. Mr. Campbell said he'll be a judge. Hey, Jason, aren't you on a team? I don't know if I feel good with you being a team member of a team and being a judge for these fish. I trust your honor, and I trust you, but listen, you might be like, that mouth is closed. That's less than a quarter inches closed, but it's really open. Come on, bro. Mr. Matt Lisman said capital letters, LFG. All of you are grown. You know what that means. That means let's fucking go. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. I might get in trouble. I might get snatched off there. I don't know. It might happen. This might be the last night I talk to y'all because I just said that. If it is, I love y'all and I will miss y'all. If it's not, I'll see you again. He said he was talking about judging cooking, not fishing. Not fish. Okay. Hey man, come judge my cooking, bro. My cooking's been judged by so many. And they all fell in love. I'm not saying I'm the best cook. I'm not saying I'm the best angler, but I'm pretty good at both of them. I probably have more pride about my cooking than I do about my fishing because I feel like I can learn from every last one of you guys about how to fish. So I feel like as an angler, you never stop learning. Probably as a cook, you never stop learning as well. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to probably learning something from Mr. James Levere. Oh, James Levere said, I'm sorry, Levere. They got me saying it wrong. I'm gonna correct myself. James Louvier said, good luck getting Jason drunk. Well, I mean, I can sneak Everclear into his water, James. Everclear doesn't really have a taste in it, so, it happens. Oh, some of these guys fish better hungover. You've seen it firsthand. Well, there's a difference between fishing hungover and fishing drunk. I think. Is a hangover the same thing as being drunk? I don't know. I feel like a hangover is you have a headache and you feel a little nauseous, all that stuff. Actually, still being drunk? Nah. I've been on the water drunk before. It wasn't fun. Not at all. And if anybody who I work for, who's my boss, is listening right now, forget I just said that. All right. I don't drink. Sober is a nun in Catholic church. Lisa says it's because he drinks like a fish. Really? Jason, you drink like a fish? I need you to answer that. Do you drink like a fish? Lisa said you drink like a fish. Hey, all you, I don't want to get away from talking about KFL, but I just want to say, all you people who think you can really drink, I want you to come drink with us Navy boys and see if you can really drink. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Come drink with us Navy boys and see if you can really drink in a controlled manner. Nobody has to drive. We have places to sleep. Responsible, unresponsible drinking. That's what it is. Anyway, dude, this has been a fun, shoot the SHIT. If nobody has any more questions or, nobody wants to come, if you want to come on, shoot me a message. I'll bring you on. Tonight's been about hyping up KFL, getting it going. If you want to come on and talk turkey, come on and talk turkey. I got my sweet tea right here. All right. It's in a Disney cup. All right. This is definitely sweet tea. Yeah, on live, Mr. Linseman, Mr. Guy who called me out. Oh, is that the bet? Matt Linseman said we're going to get away from KFL for a second. He said, if I lose this Sunday, he wants a catered dinner by me in an Air Force shirt because he called me out on the KBBT call out. I guess if I don't accept that, that means that I have fear of me failing to win. Even though I'm going to be on a lake I've never fished, Mr. Lindeman, and I'm going to be in North Carolina somewhere, I'll take you up on that. But you're going to have to provide the Air Force shirt. I don't have an Air Force shirt. What regular human being who's not a nerd has an Air Force shirt? Hold on, I'll wait. Oh, nobody answered. Okay. You're right. So I'm going to need you to send me an Air Force shirt if that's the case, if I lose. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in and rocking with me tonight. I hope I answer every question that everybody's had about the KFL. Mr. Lance McWhorter, what am I right about? Tell me what I'm right about. Because no real human being has an Air Force shirt. Is that what I'm right about? If I recall correctly, the Air Force is the youngest of all the armed forces. So, another fun fact is that the Navy actually has more planes than the Air Force. How does that make any sense? Can you explain that to me, Mr. Elizabeth? Why does the Navy have more planes and jets than the Air Force? You're called the Air Force. Like, that's like Space Force having one, space plane, but the Army has 5 of them. Anyway, we're not going to get into that right now. I need you to personally message me the answers to that question. And I probably won't respond, but I'll entertain it and laugh. Matt says because they're flying old ass shit. That's why the Navy has more planes. We're flying old ass shit. All right. Jim, who crashes a lot more? Tell me who crashes a lot more, the Navy or the Air Force? I actually don't know the actual answer to that, so I won't rebuttal it. I'll look it up and then I'll probably rebuttal it in a personal message or DM, as the kids say. Anyway, I would like to hear everybody's, if you're watching, I would like to hear your predictions, for week 1. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? And with your prediction, give me a score of what you think the final score will be. 100 to 90, 200 to 100, whatever the case may be. Post it on the KFL page, or you can comment it right here tonight. I want to hear what your thoughts are on week 1 scores. Week 1, we have, just to reiterate, the Lone Star Bandits versus the Arkansas Hogs, Rhode Island Rebels versus Massachusetts Maulers, Motor City Ambassadors at Washington Warhawks, Indianapolis Knights at the Appalachian Anglers, Florida Copperheads at Alabama Hammers, Carolina Casters at the Tar Heel Lunkers, Louisiana Hurricanes at the Southeast Texas Rough Riders, and then the evening game is Bay State Attack at the Pennsylvania Brunsbacks. Steve O'Brien says Maulers are going to maul. I mean, you're probably right. The Maulers have some hitters on that squad. If you don't know who's on the Massachusetts Maulers, give me a comment if you'd like to know who's on the Massachusetts Maulers, because their squad is pretty dope for known anglers. But the great part about this whole setup, the great part about this whole league is it's going to be the unknown anglers who make the difference in this thing. I wholeheartedly believe that. It's going to be the people who you don't know who they are. They're going to be the ones who make a lot of noise. If you remember the conversation with the Rough Riders last night, all of them were talking praise on Adam. And out of the Rough Riders, Adam was probably, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, the least known one. So I think it's going to be the anglers who you don't know about are going to be the ones who make the difference. But the Massachusetts Maulers players are Derek Brundle, Matt Connett, Ken Wood, and I think all of them are previous 10 house fishermen, those 3. Just going to put that out there. John Ferreira, Joe Diadio, or Diadio, I think it's Diadio. Mike Morcone. Alternates are Rob Pagnano and Steve O'Brien. That's a pretty good squad. I know most of those anglers. When I say most, probably like 95% of them. And they're all pretty solid anglers. When I say solid, I mean like technique-wise, on different techniques, different types of waters, different water clarities, different I can't say hemispheres. That might have been the sweet tea talking just then. But those guys are beasts, man. I wouldn't say that's a super team, Dontrell. All right. I wouldn't say that's a super team, because any team with me on it is a super team. All right. All right. I am the MVP. I am the all end all be. Oh, no, I'm joking. But I do have that type of confidence in myself. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about KFL. Wow. I just want to put this comment out there because I think it's super hilarious. And it's from Mrs. Linseman, I would assume, because her last name's Linseman. It's from Stephanie McShay Linseman. She said, my dad said the Navy only existed to chauffeur the Marines. Well, Stephanie, ask your dad when he got his paycheck, did it say Navy at the top? Who paid them? All right. Let's update some of these comments. I'm not sure what John Mooney is referencing right now, but he said he done said it 2 nights in a row. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna go up to see what he said. Oh, Hurricanes win 184-65. You get it? 184-65. Hurricanes win. Jason Campbell said Bandits baby by 100 inches. Hold on. Now I gotta look because I don't remember who the Bandits were facing off against, but by 100 inches, that's ridiculous. Give me a second. I'm gonna be there in a second. Give me a second because I want to see who they facing off against because he said by 100 inches. That's like saying everybody on the other team don't catch fish at all. The Bandits are going facing off against the Hogs, who I think will be the next team on KFL tonight, but he said by 100 inches. So from Jason Campbell, the Bandits are going to win that match by 100 inches. Matt Lisman said Ambassadors over Washington 180-165. That's pretty respectable. Pretty respectable, I'd like to say. What we got? I'm catching up on all the comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, did I not say Joe Diadio? Steven? I'm sorry if I messed it up. Oh, Steven said I'll learn his name real quick. Okay. I don't like the way you said I'll learn his name real quick because even if he's the world's greatest angler, it's not going to be like I'm going to learn his name real quick. He's not a woman, so unless you tell me he is. Tell me he is. You're probably right. Oh, no. Stephen O'Brien just is over here talking trash on Joseph Diadio. You heard it first here. Let's see here. Lisa said Arkansas is going to win. The people's champ, Mr. Clifton Allen, was like, Arkansas ain't shit. All right, I didn't say that. All you Arkansas players, Clifton Allen said Arkansas ain't shit. So don't be holding a grudge against me because it wasn't me who said it. John Mooney said you can't get a ring like that. That's funny. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll learn it, Mr. O'Brien. I'll learn it. Jason Starley said Stephanie McShay Lindsman, U.S. Chair Force. Hey, Jason, that rocks with you, bro. My first ex-wife was in the Chair Force. I've only had like 10 ex-wives, so, that's why I have to say my first ex-wife. Hopefully KFL doesn't become like my 11th ex-wife. I don't know. It could happen. It could happen to any of us, really. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me get off this thing, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all bringing out all your questions. I hope we answered them all. I think the next team I'm going to bring on will be the Arkansas Hogs. If not the Arkansas Hogs, it'll probably be the Norfolk Privateers. But I will post on the KFL page who's the next team I bring on and we talk turkey with. But again, we love y'all, man. Hey, share this thing. Get the word out there about KFL. This thing is only going to get better and bigger and grow. It's going to be so much fun. Look forward to not only the competition in this, but also the camaraderie when we come, we sit, we eat. Word on the street is Jim Louvier is like the world's best Creole cook. We need to holler at him. I don't even care if I'm going up against him. I probably need to find him and be like, hey man, can we just have our own personal match so you can cook for me? I don't know, whatever the case may be. When you come to the Norfolk Privateers home, I'll probably smoke some meat for you. I got a humidor, so we'll probably smoke some stogies. We'll have a good time. We'll drink. I'm not going to try to get you drunk. I was a joke earlier. I'm not going to try to get you drunk to beat you because I want to beat you fair and square. But anyway, tune in again. Watch the Norfolk Privateers page for when the next KFL tonight will go down. And I appreciate you guys rocking with me tonight. Peace.